Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the St. John's versus DePaul college basketball matchup on Tuesday, February 6, 2024. If you like all the free picks we give out at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use that discount code PICK, you'll get 15% off. We also have products for people who make big bets, have big bankrolls, looking for maybe one-on-one concierge style service. We call those the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays, but the only way to get those products is to text the number you see on the screen. They're not available on the website, so you gotta text. But let's get to this one. St. John's taking on DePaul. St. John's 12-9 on the season, while DePaul dreadful 3-19. Of course, they've already fired their coach and are building towards the future. You know, in college sports, you don't see coaches fired mid-season all that often, but we certainly did see it this year at DePaul. But I mean, it's a program that's been down for quite some time. Meanwhile, over at St. John's, you know, the year one of the Rick Pitino era, we saw when he was at Iona, his last job before taking over St. John's. Yeah, we were reminded it usually takes Pitino about a year to get his system in place and all that stuff. But you know, recently in the press, he's been talking about the way image licensing and the way the NCAA runs and all that stuff. Very, very hard to build a culture, and that's where he's had all of that success. Of course, you know, at Providence, at Louisville, at Kentucky, he was able to build a culture there and really, you know, build a team through. So he's going to have to try and find guys that are going to stick around, and that is a lot easier said than done, because if guys don't get the playing time, they don't get their way, they don't get the money they're looking for, well, you know what? They're off into the transfer portal, and until another system is developed, or you know, to figure out a way to police this thing, well, it is going to be this way for a while. But St. John's has certainly had their share of chances out on the court recently, haven't really gotten them done, and maybe that's what got into Pitino, you know, during those statements. The Johnnies have now lost 5 of their last 6 games, all against really good teams, and even the win coming against Villanova by 20. You know, but the losses: Creighton, Seton Hall, Xavier, UConn, and you know, certainly no shame in any of those. Basically, just a Big East schedule, and that's what they've been playing. When you look at the other side, DePaul though has been absolutely dreadful, and did not, you know, cover in their last 2 games, getting double digits in both of those. The last time they covered was getting 24 against Creighton. They also were getting 18 against Marquette and 16.5 against Butler. So when they were getting in that range, 15 or more, they were covering their games, and in the other cases, they were not. So it'll be interesting to see, because they're getting more than in that range in this one. Of course, the numbers, it's so one-sided on paper. It's you know, it's obvious, right? I mean, you guys, most of the people watching these videos, you guys know your sports, you know your college basketball, at least the big conferences and the big teams. So you know that DePaul is really one of the worst teams out there. The issue is, like I said, you know, we've seen DePaul when they're getting more than 15. That's kind of that dangerous area, that gray area. I'm going to take the points with DePaul. Probably not my favorite play of the day, but it is going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and it'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.